You're watching the Hog Brothers Garage YouTube channel. Well, I want to thank you all for tuning in. You want to help old fella out for free? Smash that like, share, subscribe button. I wondered how I was going to start this video, and I figured I'd behind the wheel of my antique supercar. Yep, the 33 Pontiac. I know most of y'all would consider that's not a supercar. But in the day, compared to today's standards, it's not a supercar. But back in the day, this thing had triple the horsepower of the average car. The average car had 25 horsepower. This one had 77. I'll give you a look at the dash now. I got some better lighting. Those of you not familiar with this car, this is first car to pass 200,000 miles. This was my great-grandfather's car. As you can see, it's still in pretty good shape. It's got real pretty Art Deco design. But yeah, she's a beaut. She got a big old steering wheel. It's like a bus. I have a question for you guys on YouTube. Put it down in the comments. What do y'all think? I don't know if you can see that. I would like to incorporate this into the car, like maybe sink it in here to a horn button, or put it right here, sink, like embedded in shifter. I think it's pretty cool. Kind of matches the car. I can probably put a medallion or something. There's a medallion or something up here. Give me your guys' thoughts. Today we're going to unbox some parts for my 33 Pontiac. Some people would say it's too old of a car to watch, but in this video, we're going to show you how you can do a car for cheap. You can do it for dirt cheap. I'm going to attempt to restore this car for under $1,000. Paint, bodywork, running, and interior for under $1,000. In some of these boxes is some parts to start making that happen. So, in the first package, we have some taillight pigtails, $4.50 Amazon. Next package, we have masking tape. Temu, $3. It's good tape. I've used it. Let's see. And in this package, we'll see what we got. In this package, we have a wiring harness. I've decided I'm going to change the wiring harness because it'll make it easier in the future for my daughter to maintain this car when she inherits it. And it'll be easier for batteries and everything. I don't have to change much to do a 12-volt conversion. I just got to switch from an alternator to a generator and change coil and bulbs. $39 Amazon. Comes with instructions. Has 14 spots. There's 14. Has 14 circuits. Plenty enough for a 33 Pontiac. Next package. We have here. What do we have here? Oh, I know what this is. In this package, we have a turn signal switch for it. So we have turn signals and hazards. Most people don't realize it. This car did not come with turn signals. You used hand signals. $15 Amazon. Next package. When we do this car, like I say, I just want to show you that you can do stuff cheap. It'll apply to all cars. You can do, it just takes hard work. I found on this car the most expensive thing will be interior upholstery, which I will do myself. Okay, in this bag, this box, we have lap sealant. This we need for the roof. It's got a cloth roof that needs replaced, but this will do the roof. Next package, we'll go with the big one. And this package, I'm being careful sitting on this car. This package, we have all my lap sealant was $22 from Amazon. In this package, we got some exhaust system. We have various exhaust pieces for 2-inch diameter, which this car came with. Has like U-bends, 90s, some straight pipe, some, you know, it comes with various exhaust pipes. Everything's 2-inch. It is pre-flanged here, so it'll go together. This car has 0 exhaust system on it. And I bought this off of Amazon for $68. This part here, what did I just do with my opener? Oh, this part here oh, nope. That's for a project that's on its way to the channel. Stay tuned for it. Next package we have for the car is an exhaust flange to bolt up to the manifold. And I got a couple different donut gaskets. Exhaust fans, $8. Donut gaskets, $12. Get this stuff out of the way. Move on down. In this package, oh, in this package we have a muffler. I bought this off of Amazon for $24 because it was $24 because it has a small little ding here. Fine by me. $24 for a muffler to me is a great deal when that muffler was $50-some on there. Next box. We have oh, nope. Have to save this. That's also a part for a future the other project that's coming to the. Yep, we can't open that one yet. We can't show you that one yet. That's for the other project coming real soon. Because I'm gonna try to work on 2 at a time. Because there's some things you have to wait for this car. I am waiting on a fuel pump rebuild kit. I am not sure when I'm going to get that. There was only one place to order a 33 Pontiac fuel pump rebuild kit, and they're kind of slow on shipping. So like I say, we're going to try to do this car for under $1,000. I know people say that's like next to that's impossible, whatever. But I'm going to make this a really nice looking car for that. And, all right. And to do the top cheap, we're going to do, and to do the top cheap, we're going to use this material. This is the material we're going to use for the top. It is a Freedom tonneau recover from my Ram. I bought it for a Dodge Ram. Used it for about a week and changed to a truck cab. So we're going to use that. The grain pattern on it, I don't know if you can see that. The grain pattern on that matches the grain pattern. I've never seen the top. It was lost in transit somewhere in the middle of the night in Tennessee years ago. But the grain pattern matches the grain pattern on the firewall. So if it matches the grain pattern on the firewall, probably had to use pretty close grain pattern on the roof. This is waterproof, backed, has a backing on it. It's made for outdoors. It's not like this car is going to spend lots of time sitting outside or anything. And for paint, I haven't discussed paint. Paint is going to be, well, paint is going to be this is what we're going to use for paint. Rust-Oleum High Performance Black Enamel. I love this paint. Dries fast. And for primer, we're going to use Rust-Oleum Professional Primer. Some people be like, well, that's hacky. It may be. Some people may consider it that way. It won't last. I beg to differ. Like I say, this is not going to be a car that sit outside forever. And I have a spot on the car that was painted with that paint. Right there. But that was painted with that paint more than 10 years ago to cover up where it's bare metal. I personally like this finish. That was just sprayed on there to keep it from rusting. There was no prep or nothing. I will prep it, prime it, and it shines pretty good when it's polished, but I don't want it to be too shiny. I want it to look like the paint that would have came on it when it was made. So that's what we're going to go with. So if you stick around on this channel, watch the videos, I'll show you how you can do a car on the cheap. Like I say, everything I'm doing is not specific to just this car. It will work on other cars. I have another car on the way that's going to go right here in place of this car. This car, for example, if this is the car I did for my daughter, I couldn't afford to have somebody do a vinyl top on it. So I done the vinyl top on this car myself. Is it perfect? No. It has a spot right here. But I did that vinyl top. I did that vinyl top for about 30 bucks. Well, 50 bucks if you count the glue. But I did that top for about 50 bucks. I checked with some places and they were like $500, $600, $700 for putting a vinyl roof on it. I didn't have that kind of cash. Me and my daughter did the roof ourselves, and we saved ourselves a ton of money. It's held up for 2 years now, and I drive this car. I don't just sit in the garage. But that's. I just went to a Hobby Lobby, picked up the material, and got some glue, and we went at it. I have extra material because I bought material in case I messed up. I didn't mess up bad enough to pull it back off. I like the little wrinkle that's in it. I can live with that. Some people might not want to live with that, but if it bothered you that much, if it bothered me that much, I could just take it off and redo it. But it doesn't. Like I say, stay tuned. Stay tuned for future videos. Next thing we're gonna do, probably go through. We'll put some exhaust system on this. Check the brakes. And then we can start with like some body work and stuff. And we'll get to some fine tuning and wiring and stuff too. But I just want to show you guys that if you work hard and determined, you can do stuff yourself. You just gotta be careful and be patient, and you'll be able to do it yourself. I try to do everything I can on my own cars. I don't like to pay people to work on my cars. I prefer to do it myself, and that's what we're gonna do to this car. You know, hopefully we'll have this thing back to where my great-grandfather would be proud of what I done to it. And we'll make it it ain't gonna be a Barrett Jackson whatever rotisserie nut and bolt restoration. This is more like maybe say a restification to make it presentable. Cruise to Cars and Coffee, a car show. But like I say, it'll be nice, and we'll get it to respectable, good look. I'm just going to show you how to do it on a budget. This thing will be, like I say, I think $1,000 is a tight budget, but I think it can be done. And the only thing that's going to hold me back is cost of material, upholstery material. And another big cost I'm not going to include in the restoration part is tires. The tires are on the expensive side. I can't afford to buy tires right now. Like get a hold like somebody like Coker Tire and get a set of these tires that, like I say, it's not like you can go and pick up these 5x550 17s wide whites for a super reasonable cost. But we'll have to see. Like saying, I don't know if you caught that. There's my spiffy hubcap on there now. Looks pretty snazzy with the hubcaps on her. But like you say, yeah, we'll have to, the tires I'm not going to include in the restoration price. We'll figure something out on those. And we'll nice running driving car. We've already rebuilt the carburetor. Today we're going to try to bolt that carburetor down, get some gas in it, and maybe figure out some kind of, put some kind of exhaust, not the whole exhaust today, but we're going to put part of the exhaust on and see if we can't get this thing to idle and rev up. Unfortunately, I can't try to drive it this episode, but we'll get there as soon as I get a fuel pump rebuild kit. But we can fill the flow bowl and see if we can't get her to rev up. And maybe try to go in gear. I don't know. Like I say, we're going to get this carburetor bolted on. I'm not going to hook up the fuel line because it's not going to a fuel pump. We'll get this thing bolted on. We got us a new gasket there. Get us some bolt, get it bolted down. And see if we can't make this happen. Find us our wrench. That's not the right wrench. Alright, that looks like the right side. We'll get it down. Hopefully this thing works good. I've never rebuilt one of these carburetors before, but I believe it will. I have faith. It's a pretty simple carburetor. Probably one ugga-dugga ought to do it. There we go. All right. Well, let's just give us just a test. I'm not going to try to start it. I just want to see. Well, fuel's not coming out of the bottom of it now, so that's a good sign. But like I say, yeah, we'll fill the float bowl. We're just going to have to fill the float bowl like so. When we go to start it. All right, let's see if she'll start and move. Come on, baby. And plug in the fuel pump. Haha, she moves. A little smoky in here. Burn off some oil off that thing. Got a little smoky in here. Ooh, she's burning off some oil off that thing. I do have the door open and a fan. Woo! Ah, she moved, slid into gear pretty good. That is sweet. Woohoo! Well, she gonna need a little tuning. But yeah, she moved. She slid right into gear. Kind of surprised at that. See if we can show you all from inside here. She goes right into gear. Out the door. Whew. Whew. Yeah, she burned off some oil. Well, I guess if you sit for 54 years, definitely got some oil to burn. I have to let this clear off some. Like say the door's open and there's a fan, so I'll have to clear her out in here. So if you stuck around the video this long, I want to thank you for sticking around to the end. And if you want to follow the series on how we do this, transform this car for $1,000, click that like, share, subscribe, the bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you nothing, and it helps the old fella out. I want to, again, thank you, and we'll catch you in the next one. So if you want to stick around, if you want to follow this series, if you want to follow this series, subscribe. So if you want to catch this series, if you want to watch this series, see how So if you want to stick around, if you want to follow, so if you want to, if y'all want to, so if you stick around, so if you stuck around this far, I want to thank you. If you want to see how we transformed this car for under $1,000, using methods that you can apply to any car. So if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank you. I really appreciate it. Click